for visiting themorningblend.com. This week is a preview of the Wonderful World of Weddings show.
It's your guide to the big day. Check us out live weekdays at 9 a.m.
Well, if you're thinking about saying I do, then think about saying yes to an unbelievable setting for your big day. Yeah, what a better way to start the journey of a marriage than on a voyage at sea, or in our case, Lake Michigan?
Yeah, on a lake, a big lake.
Yeah. Right. Well, joining us now is Chianelli and Kaila Zoch. They're from the Milwaukee Boat Line and the Voyager Expedition Yacht Company. And welcome to the Morning Blend. I think this is great because we're right here on Lake Michigan, but I wonder if a lot of people even give this serious consideration as a wedding venue or reception venue.
Yeah.
Well, it's something a lot of other cities have, and it's new here in Milwaukee. This is going to be our third year operating the Voyager, but if you're down in Chicago all along Navy Pier, you'll see.
There are a lot of boat companies, you're right,
Correct.
And just tourists who take boat rides down there, and it's potential that needs to be tapped into in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a unique opportunity to really experience the city. From downtown on the river to the lakefront, which we know of all the additions there, the Calatrava addition to the Art Museum, the Milwaukee Yacht Club, just everything that makes up what makes Milwaukee great right now.
So much beautiful stuff to see, especially in the evening with the lights and everything. What do brides and grooms say to you if they decide to charter the Voyager for their big day?
Well, depends on the event. We do probably split evenly between ceremonies and receptions. So one of the big questions right away is where are we going to be, where are we going to cruise to, and for the ceremony itself, what's the backdrop going to be? And those are all things we customize, and we'll work with folks, walk them through the vessel, and we're all about customizing and finding out what works for you.
And do they just love it? What kind of reaction do you get after an event?
I think a lot of people don't realize that it is an option, like you had said, so a lot of people are like, wow, we didn't even know this was here, and then they come on in the planning stage to take a look at the boat. They're surprised at how large it is and all the different combinations we can do with table settings and food and beverages, and then once they get out onto the lake and afterwards, I think a lot of them are even more surprised at what an amazing view and experience it is just to be out on the water with their family and friends and seeing the skyline.
Yeah.
And Kaila, can you talk a little bit about the size of the boat? You mentioned that it is very large. Exactly how many people could you invite, and how many people? We saw like formal tables set up, so you can have formal dinners on the boat.
Sure. It's really up to whatever the bride and groom would want to do. We do both the plated dinners, which you saw a photo earlier of, and then we have buffet options, buffet hors d'oeuvre options, past hors d'oeuvres. The boat holds 150. That's the total capacity.
Wow.
The interior salon, which is on the main level, comfortably standing reception is generally about 100. And then for a seated dinner, you're probably going to, depending upon the table settings and all of that, go down to 60 to 80 is probably about the comfortable range for that.
What about entertainment and live music? Is that a possibility on the Voyager?
Absolutely. It's something we do all the time. We have a professionally integrated sound system, something for DJs to use, but probably more fun and more unique is live music. There's a couple levels on the vessel. We can set up groups outside as well as inside the boat.
So you could have a string quartet?
You can have a string quartet, you can have a jazz group, or put a rock band on the upper deck on a warm summer night.
Rocking along on the water.
Right.
That's great.
What would be your months of operation? When would this be an option?
Well, we have the Voyager available from April 1st through the end of November.
Okay.
And so,
good amount of time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is the time we hear about, I think Christmas is like the #1 season for people to get engaged, is on the Christmas holiday. Oh. So this is when people are planning. It'd be great when you're talking about that time frame to go ahead and look at it. So people can come and kind of customize what they want to do, because I mean there are some great times when Milwaukee has tons of fireworks and things like that too. So you could take advantage of some of those things that are available at the lakefront and time your cruise, I would think, even for some of those special things.
We have a lot of groups and weddings that take advantage of the fireworks that are extensive throughout the summer season here.
Right.
We are definitely out on the water during all of the fireworks celebrations.
And I would bet during Summerfest and some of the big concerts, you can hear a lot of the music too.
You can hear it. We're right along the shoreline, and during the fireworks, we're almost directly underneath them out in the Milwaukee Harbor, or we can actually go a little further out in Lake Michigan as well.
Just real quick, do you have to book it for a big group or party, or could I just come and take a ride as an individual?
Well, the Voyager is our charter boat, so that's private events. Our other vessel, the Iroquois, which a lot of folks are familiar with, has been in Milwaukee since 1962, and every day during the summer we offer sightseeing tours of Milwaukee River and Lake Michigan.
So one of the things you do then is you meet with couples. That's probably the first step to get going, and show them what you have, all the different things available, talking about, you know, you said sit-down dinners or hand-passed hors d'oeuvres, all of those things, and then they can really customize it to fit however they want their evening to go.
Definitely. I mean, we want them to have it the way they want on their special day, and there are a lot of options. It's a smaller, more intimate setting for people, but like I said, there's still a lot of options with food, beverages, entertainment, and the backdrop is always changing on a boat.
And always beautiful.
It'll be a wedding to remember, that's for sure.
For sure. And if they book now before the 1st of February, you're using your 2008 rates, so there's an incentive then to go ahead and book it before next month then.
Correct, yep.
And here's the information right here on our screen. The address is 505 North Riverwalk Way. That makes sense. You're located on Riverwalk. The phone number is 414-294-9450, and the website is MKE. Am I reading that right? MKEboat.com.